Hi everybody, my name is Jahnavi Patel. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing or following here. And today I'm going to talk about briefly about shaving my head. Okay, like I can go into a lot of detail regarding this, but I will attempt to keep the video as brief as possible. And a lot of people who have seen me recently or have been seeing me over the years, they're definitely saying that something is different about you. And what's different about your hair? Have you cut it? What is happening? Okay, so I will tell you that. And of course, a lot of people ask me, or a lot of women I have met or spoken to, they have thought of shaving their head at least once in their lives, but they don't have the courage to do it, or in some cases, they don't have the permission to do it. So, I'm gonna tell you about me shaving my head, and trust me, it was really shocking, it was really courageous, and I did it. I overcame a lot of, you can say, fear and uncertainty maybe, or doubts about it, and I just did it. And it was a crazy day. Whether I regret it and things like that, I will talk about that in the video. Okay, so please watch it till the end. And yeah, so anybody who knows me knows that I've always had long hair, and hair has been a very important part of my identity. Okay, like people have known me for my hair, and as a kid, I even got advertisement offers. Like, would you like to do hair modeling and things like that? It's a different thing. I auditioned, it didn't work out, so on and so forth. And I have to say that I owe my hair. Everybody who praised my hair when I was a child up until I was a teenager, everything I owe to my nani. I owe to my grandmother. She used to, she has put like oil in my hair and given me head massages and everything, and grown my hair, taken care of it. And when it was in, till the time she was handling my hair was in perfect condition. Okay, and then when I started taking care of my hair, it wasn't as great as it was when she was in charge of it. Okay, and I will also say that my family and everyone in my family has had great hair. Plus we're a hair obsessed family. Okay, we are Gujaratis, and I think Gujaratis by nature are obsessed with hair. We're obsessed with other things also, but for now I'll just say that we're obsessed with hair. We're obsessed with the thickness of hair, length of hair, quality of hair, straight, wavy, everything. So yeah, all my hair maintenance and whatever, whoever has praised my hair, I think till any point, I owe it to my nani. And if my nani were still there today, she would not have been. I mean, me shaving my head off was like the ultimate. It would have been the ultimate shock or blasphemy for her. You know what I mean? And anyway, I'll tell you how I shaved my head. So I had thought of shaving it when I was 20, 21 years old also, but I chickened out. I did not do it. Okay. And then I, sometimes when I would have a lot of hair fall, I would just feel so helpless and so irritated and so angry and frustrated and disappointed. I would think of shaving my head. But again, if I ever told somebody, they would be like, are you crazy? You can't do this. It's very drastic and this and that. And I was very attached to my hair. I was obsessed with my hair. And see, whatever you go through in your life, I mean, your body records it. Yes, even your hair records it. Like your hair records, a lot of your thoughts and everything. Sometimes I think even other people's thoughts and everything gets stored in your hair. So that's why cleaning your hair and hair rituals, tying your hair, all that is really important. And there are a lot of legends associated with hair, a lot of myths, not myths, but beliefs. And there's a whole, you can say spiritual or magical aspect to it. I won't get into those details. But yeah, it's fascinating, if you Google things about hair and the things you find. So yeah, and almost, I don't know anybody, any woman, even any man who is not attached to their hair. Okay. And so shaving your hair and all, it is an act of letting go, it is an act of detachment, it is an act of courage. And yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so doing that requires an insane amount of craziness and courage. Some people, they do it all the time. They just do it like as soon as the hair grows back, they shave it. That's their cycle. Even a lot of people who have long hair are always hesitant to cut it. They want to maintain the length, okay? And when I had long hair for a long time, I was the one. I used to trim my own hair. I wouldn't let other people handle my hair. I was like very particular about it. And I kept one style and things like that. I was very boring with my hair, to be honest. But yes, I am very grateful for all the hair I have had, the types of hair, everything, through the years. And I'm grateful to my nani. That's my maternal grandmother. I am grateful to my mom. I'm grateful to my aunts for everything that they have contributed to my hair and hairstyles, like from oils, from shampoos, from tips, from styling it, taking care of it, and whatnot, okay? So, yeah. And anyway, let me talk about shaving my head off, right? Shaving my head or shaving my hair off. So it was February 29, 2020. I was pretty upset because I had not been able to go to Bali. I had booked a trip, but I had to cancel. I only had to cancel because, the COVID outbreak was raging and things like that. And my mom was like, you are not going, end of story. So I couldn't do anything. So if I was in Bali, I would be standing on a cliff with my hair like flying in the wind and everything. I would have taken those pictures and I would not have shaved my head. But I was not in Bali, and it was February 29th. So I wanted to do something memorable, And so it just occurred to me, why not? Why don't I shave my head? Why don't I do it? And I told my mom, and she's like, I said, you know what? It'll be like a fresh start. It will be a clean slate. It will be an act of courage, and I want to do it. And she was like, let's see if you actually do this, okay? Like, talking about it is one thing, going ahead with it is another thing. Anyway, we had gone for a family get together, so I got back home early, and then I was thinking about it, on the way back. I looked at YouTube videos of women who had shaved their head and what they said and how they felt and things like that. I think I spoke to my brother also because he had shaved his head a couple of times, in the past and everything, and he was like, he also honestly did not think that I would go ahead with it. And yeah, that was that. I know another friend of mine had also shaved his head, and then his hair grew back really well and all that. So, but of course for men it's different because they have shorter hair. It just has to like sprout back. So, and I don't think I knew any girl personally who had shaved her head, okay? I mean, I had seen actresses do it. Yeah, so then what happened? I came home and I took a big scissor, and I remember my hair was braided and I had a long braid. I just cut the braid, okay? Like I took the braid and I cut it, okay? And I put it on the floor, and then I also took then I started like cutting the hair, trimming the hair. It was still, there was hair, right, on my head, so I started cutting it, and it kept falling to the floor. And of course I collected it in a newspaper. It wasn't just trash on the floor. I also cleaned the floor later on, and I took pictures and everything. And I think once the whole thing was done, like I could not cut anymore, then it had to be trimmed or buzzed off. So that I did later. I did it with my brother's help, and yeah, that was done, and it was crazy. So then I called my mother, I called a few of then I went on video call with my family, same thing, like friends, close friends. Yeah, I spoke, and they were like, we cannot believe you actually did this. And some people were like, listen, are you okay? Are you like mentally all there? Are you mentally okay? Are you upset? Because when a woman shaves her head, one of the first things you think about is Britney Spears shaving her head, and she did it in this whatever, she just did this in some crazy moment and all. I don't know the exact details, but yeah, people think that she's going through something and so she's acting out. But I was like, no, I was fully aware of what I was doing, and I know why I did this, and I wanted to do this. Yeah, and then when I started going out, of course, people couldn't, I would sometimes cover my head with a scarf, so people didn't realize, and then they did. But I was really happy. I was happily roaming around. People would get shocked, and for like, I don't know, a week or 2 or 3 weeks or something, it was just revealing to other people that, this is what I've done. And yes, I took pictures. In fact, the same night I went out partying and all of it, and I was surprised my friend recognized me also. So it was really fun, and it was a whole new aspect to my personality. It was a whole new aspect to life. It was a different way of seeing and experiencing life, and what you think about yourself, what you think about your appearance and all, it completely changes. And then again after 1 month, and then I was supposed to go to the salon and like get it done, nice and clean, but like a professional thing. But the pandemic lockdowns had started, so the salons were shutting down. And then 1 month later, so I think around March 30 or March 29th, my brother, he's very neat in his work. Okay, so he shaved my head, and he also he has an electric trimmer, so he also ran it through my head and all. So it was really fun. And yes, then through the months, my hair, then it just started growing back. And it was, it was so easy to work out and everything. At that time, it was, I could put water on my head all the time. It was the peak of summer, so it was kind of more tolerable. And it's been a really fun journey, seeing my hair grow back and having different looks through different months. And using different products, oiling my hair sometimes, not oiling it, using different shampoos, and also seeing how my appearance is changing with the hair. Okay, it's been a really fun and interesting journey, and definitely worth doing. So, and yeah, even people, and I really feel that my personality has also changed with this new look. And it's completely different for me. And if you go through my other videos and all, you will see the change in the appearance and everything. I would say it's like a glow up. Okay, if I'm using that term correctly. Really, some new terms I don't understand really, to be honest. And so that's that. And so if anybody's thinking about it, whether you have like crazy long hair, whether you have short hair, whether you have thin hair, whether you have thick hair, whatever it is, if you want to do it, but if it's fear that is holding you back, I would say it's worth it. Okay, but yes, the growing back hair part, it takes time. Okay, it can get, you can have really uneven styles in between, and there's really nothing you can do about it. Maintenance, see, if I didn't do much for maintenance, I was just letting my hair grow wild. It's just that in January 2021, my aunt, she cut my hair, and she's really good with these things, so I let her cut my hair. Okay, and that's the only thing I have done. And I do oil it from time to time. I comb it. Sometimes it is hard for me to tie my hair up, in a certain way. I cannot really make a braid. So yeah, it's hard for me to tie my hair. I need to use I can only use certain clips. In between, the only thing I could put on my hair was a hairband, so I bought several hairbands. Then now I can use rubber bands and things like that. So yes, sometimes tying my hair gets a little difficult, and I usually need to tie it because it's pretty hot and stuff here in Bombay. So yeah, that's the thing. But other than that, you can, if you are planning to go ahead and shave your head, then go ahead and do it, and it will show you a lot about, it will teach you a lot about what you are capable of doing, what you're capable of letting go of. It is in a way, it is a way to overcome your fears. It takes a lot of confidence, it takes a lot of courage. It will show you a whole new you. Okay, so if you want to experience that, go ahead. Okay, yes, the hair growth and maintenance later on, it will be tricky for a while, and it is going to take, your hair will take its own time to grow. It also depends on your age and your hair type and everything. Okay, but yeah, if you want to go ahead and do it, I mean, just go ahead and do it. Like, just do it. That is the only way. You can spend 10 months thinking about this, or it's like a 10-second or 10-minute job to just get started with it. Okay, so I hope you found this video helpful. Please do let me know in the comments what you think about it. If you want to go ahead and shave your head and things like that, I will make a sequel to this video also. But thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.